Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook. Job transfer for all. The school bell becomes my summon. Chapter 1. Blue Star, Huasha, Zhongcheng. The playground of Zhongcheng number 1 middle school is overcrowded and full of voices. Haha, I have awakened the fire mage. Thank God, I am the master. Well, although I hope to awaken assassins, thieves are also good. Damn it, I just make a living. And I'm also a toilet manager. Damn it. I'm also a life profession. But I don't like to fight and kill. Being a chef is also good. Shit, it turned out to be the most trashy, stick warrior, in the warrior profession. Send it, let's go. Haha, my girlfriend has awakened a high-level professional holy light priest. What, you want to break up with me? On the tall awakening platforms, some people danced and danced happily, while others wept bitterly. Today is Huasha's semi-annual awakening ceremony. In this world, after everyone reaches level 10, you can awaken your own profession through the awakening ceremony. By awakening a powerful profession, you can become a respected adventurer and pioneer. Go to various dangerous but rich secret places to obtain resources, kill monsters, and protect humans. And Zhongcheng number 1 middle school, as a key high school in the city. Naturally, most of the students can reach level 10 in the last semester of the third year of high school. Therefore, 9 out of 10 senior high school students will participate in the awakening ceremony in the first semester every year. For them, this is also the most important turning point in their lives. So everyone is a little bit nervous. Especially when it is your turn to stand on the awakening platform or in front of the awakening stone. No matter how calm people are, it is inevitable that they will be a little nervous. Lin Yu was not surprised either. Although he is a traveler who has lived in 2 lifetimes. But at the moment Lin Yu was standing on the awakening platform, his palms were still sweating. And the people below kept whispering and discussing. This is that Lin Yu. I heard that he was the first to be promoted to level 10 this year. What's the use of upgrading soon? Awakening a garbage job or dying? Impossible. A person like Brother Lin will definitely awaken to a fighting profession. That's right. Career awakening has something to do with will. Lin Yu has a strong will to become stronger, and the awakened profession is probably not weak. Before awakening a profession, all upgrades must be done through learning. After all, he passed the college entrance examination in his previous life, so Lin Yu's learning ability is naturally good. Therefore, he is also the first level 10 person this year. She is a few days faster than Ning Shuier, the schoolgirl in the next class. You know, Ning Shuir's father is said to be a top powerhouse guarding a certain secret realm. Standing out from the crowd, Lin Yu naturally received a lot of attention. He is also a teacher of many Zhongcheng number 1 middle school, and has high hopes. At the same time, many students also have more or less envious or jealous expressions towards him. Therefore, when Lin Yu stood on the awakening stage, many eyes around him were staring at him closely. Lin Yu sighed, stretched out his hand, and stamped it on the awakening stone. This world has developed for many years, and the technology for awakening has been quite developed, and awakening has been very convenient. Lin Yu just felt a slight tremor in his soul, and then a wonderful power was born from the bottom of his heart. At the same time, a large line of characters appeared on the awakening stone in front of him. Awakening profession. Summoner. Seeing this line of words, Lin Yu and the crowd were stunned. It turned out to be a summoner. Lin Yu said with some surprise. And below, the classmates and teachers felt sorry for it. It's a pity. It turned out to be a summoner. What a good seed for nothing. Brother Lin, why is he a summoner? Sigh, even though he is a fighting profession, it's such a pity. I still count on Brother Lin to take me to upgrade. And those dank little people who had been unhappy with Lin Yu for a long time would shake their heads happily. Ha 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 ha, the car overturned. I awakened the swordsman, although the upgrade speed is slow, but this is called a late bloomer, haha. You are still called Brother Lin. I think Shaolin is nothing more than that. Their reaction is also reasonable. Awakening a summoner is basically equivalent to awakening an abandoned profession. The reason is simple. The strength of a profession mainly depends on its skills and panels. Summoner profession, although the board growth is very high, but the skills are very cheating. There are only summoning, skills and buff skills that can only be applied to their summoned objects. In other words, summoning professions, except level A, can only rely on their own summons to fight. Moreover, the summoner can only summon and bind one summoner every 50 levels. Although the bound summoned objects can never defy the summoner's orders. But summons are completely random. Most of the summons are extremely cheating things. Like a rock, a rag, a mouse, a cockroach. Being able to summon a chicken is considered strong. Summoning a dog defeated 99% of summoners. As for the summoner who summoned barely usable things like goblins and slimes, he was 1 in a million. This probability is more cheating than drawing cards in some garbage mobile games. Therefore, most people already felt that Lin Yu was completely useless. However, the expression of Lin Yu who stepped down from the high platform was a bit strange. Is there something wrong with my initial skills? Open black lens bracket name. Lin Yu close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket occupation. Summoner close black lens bracket. Level. LV10. Open black lens bracket attack. 15 close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket defense. 13 close black lens bracket. Physique. 15. Open black lens bracket speed. 17 close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket spirit. 20 close black lens bracket. Skills. Summoning, experience multiplication, attribute sharing, skill sharing, versatility gain, super double. Summon LV1. Summon your summoned object. The first summon will generate a soul contract link with the opponent. Close black lens bracket. Experience multiplier LV1 passive skill. You and your summons get *5 experience points. And when your summoned objects gain experience points, you will get the same amount of experience points. Close black lens bracket. Attribute sharing LV1 passive skill. You share the attributes of your summoned item, and get an attribute bonus equal to 50% of its attributes. Close black lens bracket. Skill sharing LV1 passive skill. You can use one of your summoned skills, and you can choose a skill to replace every day. Close black lens bracket. Almighty gain LV1 active skill, no consumption, no cooling time. You can turn on a buff aura that gives your summons 20% bonuses to attack, defense, constitution, speed and spirit. Close black lens bracket. Super double LV1 active skill, no consumption, cooldown time 24 hours. Lasts for 1 hour after activation. You and your summons can get double all attribute bonuses, and all skill effects are doubled at the same time. Close black lens bracket. After awakening a job, everyone will get a job board to display their level, attributes and skills. The panel in front of him was the reason for Lin Yu's weird look. According to Lin Yu's professional knowledge learned at school, there is no occupation that will get 6 skills at the beginning of awakening. Moreover, the first skill, summoning, is a skill that summoners will have. But the next 5 skills, experience multiplier, attribute sharing, skill sharing, almighty gain, super double. Although the name is very common and simple, but the effect of each one can be called a magic skill. Therefore, after Lin Yu read all the skill descriptions, most of the loss of the awakened summoner has dissipated. Summoner is indeed a cheating profession with a high probability of being trash. However, with these skills, Lin Yu felt that even if he summoned a chicken or a dog, he still couldn't make a living by himself. What happened to the whiteboard? As long as you upgrade fast enough and your attribute panel is high enough, flat A is someone else's big move. Certainly, if a stone is really summoned, it will be a bit of a headache for Lin Yu. Therefore, it is best to be able to summon a powerful initial summoner. Lin Yu had a vague premonition that his summons might not be too weak. After all, the summoner trash is just the trash of most people's initial summons. It's not that no one has awakened a powerful summoner. Lin Yu felt that there were 5 more initial skills, and maybe the first summoned object was also some kind of tyrannical and powerful existence. However, the people around did not know what Lin Yu was thinking. Lin Yu's friend, a chubby boy like a tree stump, approached Lin Yu and said with some regret, "Brother Lin, it's a pity, he's actually a summoner." The chubby boy is named Chen Rui, and he is the best friend of Lin Yu High School. His father, Chen Dazhong, is a retired adventurer. Although his occupation is just an ordinary shield warrior and his adventure life is very ordinary. but relying on the contacts and active personality accumulated during the adventure. Chen Dazhong helped many well-known adventurers to process and sell some secret resources. Became a well-to-do rich man. Therefore, this little fat man Chen Rui is also considered a rich second generation. In the awakening ceremony just now, like his father, he awakened the shield warrior. But Chen Rui didn't have a heart and heirs. For Lin Yu's awakening of the summoner, he really regrets it from the bottom of his heart. It's nothing to be sorry about. Maybe I'll summon super powerful creatures like the frost dragon. On the contrary, Lin Yu smiled and comforted his brother. Hearing what Lin Yu said, Chen Rui nodded. But before Chen Rui could say anything, a burly boy in a school uniform came over. There was a smug smile on this man's face, and he sneered at Lin Yu directly. Haha, stop daydreaming. The person who spoke was Li Dali, Lin Yu's classmate. He has always been unhappy seeing Lin Yu. After all, Lin Yu is handsome, quick to level up, and is handed love letters by girls every day. Li Dali has long been sour. Therefore, he is the leader of the small group in the class who is jealous of Lin Yu. At this moment, he naturally rushed over to step on Lin Yu. You are a waste. You will be a waste for the rest of your life. Summoner. Pure garbage. I've already awakened the ranger profession, so you should be envious. As Li Dali said so proudly, two attendants emerged from the side, following him to show off their might. Hey, that's right, do you know ranger? These are the most popular combat professions. A ranger can spin 50 summoners with one blow, haha. I don't understand anything. A monkey-cheeked guy said in a high-pitched voice like a eunuch. Another guy with a square head and a square brain also laughed loudly. Go home and hang yourself, Lin Yu. Faced with the cynicism of Li Dali and his two followers, Lin Yu was not very angry. His mentality of being a human being in 2 lifetimes made him too lazy to care about these little brats. But Chen Rui was a little impatient. Send me something. Come and touch me, brother Lin. Chen Rui's face was flushed with anger, and when he was about to step forward to argue with Li Dali, there were bursts of exclamations from the crowd over there. Oh my god, look at the awakening stone over there. Accompanied by the exclamation of everyone, Chen Rui, Li Dali and Lin Yu also looked in the direction everyone was pointing at. I saw a high platform. In front of the awakening stone, a shining light burst out. The golden holy light filled the awakening platform, blinding everyone's eyes. Even the leading teachers who were relatively calm at first exclaimed. Awakening phenomenon. It turned out to be a hidden profession. It's Ning Shuier. The exclamation of several teachers also shocked the students. Damn it, Ning Shuier has awakened a hidden profession. Which hidden occupation? Hidden professions are awesome. Now Ning Shuier is going to be a master. Hubby, her father was originally a strong man guarding the secret realm, and she is still very good looking. She is a master. As expected of Ning Shuier, there is already a gap between us. You don't think you didn't have a gap before, did you? Some people really think they can pursue Ning Shuier. It made me laugh. The surrounding students also showed pure envy when they saw this dazzling light. Soon, the light dissipated, and everyone could clearly see what it looked like on the awakening stage. The tall and elegant girl stood on the stage. Her originally beautiful and delicate face seemed to be unearthly, but at this moment it became even more sacred under a layer of faint golden light. That smooth waterfall-like long black hair also transformed into a noble pale golden color. Behind the girl, a pair of wings condensed with light slowly spread out. Everyone exclaimed again. It's the Angel of Light. It turned out to be the legendary hidden profession, Angel of Light. I heard that this is a very rare, all-around job. That's right. According to legend, the Holy Light Angel is stronger in the early stage and stronger in the late stage, and one person is an army. I thought this kind of profession only existed in legends. The last time it appeared was thousands of years ago. Everyone was shocked. Lin Yu was also quite surprised. It turned out to be an angel of holy light. However, Lin Yu didn't struggle for too long. No matter what kind of angel or devil the other party is, it has nothing to do with him. Why don't you take advantage of everyone's attention to Ning Shuier and see what your first summoned object is? Thinking of this, Lin Yu activated his summoning skills. Call. Lin Yu concentrated and used the summoning skill. The first time you use the summoning skill, you will randomly summon the natal summons and establish a soul contract. Lin Yu felt that a mysterious force was born from his soul, crossed many worlds, and began to guide himself and the randomly selected soul that might be in other secret worlds. But soon, Lin Yu felt that mysterious power circled around and returned to this world. Even, the feeling is hovering nearby. Soon, Lin Yu noticed the approximate location of his summoned object. It's actually on the playground. Can't it be a piece of grass or a tree? Lin Yu muttered. But soon, he felt that his summoned soul was very powerful and holy. Wait a moment. A somewhat bad idea flashed in Lin Yu's mind. He raised his head and looked in the direction of Ning Shuiye, who was on the awakening stage. And Ning Shuiye, who had a cold face, now also had a look of bewilderment, and looked in Lin Yu's direction. Li Dali and others around became excited. Haha, Ning Shuiye is looking at us, isn't she looking at me? Li Dali's words were so popular that for a while, his two attendants looked at each other in blank dismay, unable to answer. Chen Rui sneered even more unceremoniously, and sneered, "Look at you, Ning Shuier, are you crazy? Just rely on you." After Li Dali was humiliated by Chen Rui, he immediately became furious. Then Ning Shuiye can't be looking at Lin Yu, can she? Lin Yu was kidnapped again by Li Dali. However, Lin Yu still didn't care much. The current Lin Yu is not in the mood to argue with Li Dali. Looking at the new panel in front of my eyes, I was stunned. You have established a soul contract with your summoned creature. Launch the summon again, and the summoned object will appear by your side. Close black lens bracket. Summon. Ning Shuier. Race. Human. Occupation. Angel of Light. Level. LV10. Open black lens bracket attack. 28 close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket defense. 20 close black lens bracket. Physique. 26. Open black lens bracket speed. 28 close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket spirit. 20 close black lens bracket. Skill. Divine Light and Holy Flame LV1. What the hell? My summoned object. Why is Ning Shuiye? The summoned object is still human. And, the data of this bitch is too good. Before changing jobs, everyone leveled up to level 10, and the attribute points increased by each level or not many. A panel that can reach 10 points in all attributes is already considered a genius. After changing jobs and then upgrading, the improvement of the attribute panel is linked to the awakened job. This is also one of the criteria to measure the strength of many professions. And Ning Shuier's attribute panel exceeded 20 points as soon as she woke up. Lin Yu can only sigh. It is indeed a hidden profession. But after calming down, Lin Yu realized. This is also a good thing. At least, Ning Shuier's attribute bonus is high. It means that my attribute sharing skill can also get a high bonus. Open black lens bracket name. Lin Yu close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket occupation. Summoner close black lens bracket. Level. LV10. Attack. 29, 15 plus 14. Defense. 23, 13 plus 10. Open black lens bracket physique. 28, 15 plus 13, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket speed. 31, 17 plus 14, close black lens bracket. Spirit. 30, 20 plus 10. With the blessing of attribute sharing, his own attribute panel has completely surpassed Ning Shuier. Even if I don't have any active skills, this board only relies on level A. I can also clean up Li Dali in front of me. After all, the ranger's highest speed attribute may be around 15 points now. And Lin Yu is directly twice as big as him. Not to mention other attributes, it is estimated that they are close to 3 times that of Li Dali. Of course, although Lin Yu was very excited about the substantial improvement of the attribute panel, he also knows, binding Ning Shuier as my summoning object, there are still a lot of troublesome things waiting for me. He looked up in Ning Shuier's direction. On the other party's face, the slight shock had subsided, and it turned into calm again. Then, Ning Shuier stepped off the awakening platform and walked straight towards Lin Yu's direction. Ning Shuier, who was originally a school beauty and a genius who attracted much attention, after awakening the Angel of Light. Naturally, every move is the focus of the audience. Ning Shuier moved. Where is she going? That direction. is the team from Class 3 next door. Hey, does she know anyone in Class 3? Teachers and classmates are very curious. You know, Ning Shuiye is usually in school, she always walks by herself and doesn't deal with people at all. In the crowd of Class 3, Li Dali looked at Ning Shui's route. Also danced happily. Haha, Ning Shuier really came to look for me. He straightened up, brushed his hair back. He pretended to be handsome and showed a smile. It looks like a gorilla in a zoo. This confidence also infected the two followers who were skeptical. Damn it, Ning Shuiye really came to look for the boss, right? Boss X. Even Chen Rui was completely dumbfounded by Li Dali. Ning Shuier really came to look for him. When did you meet him? Chen Rui murmured in disbelief. Lin Yu also said helplessly. Actually, Ning Shuier probably came to look for me. Chen Rui looked at Lin Yu and was even more incredible. Ah, brother Lin, are you serious? You don't seem to have talked to Ning Shuier at all, do you? During the time when several people talked, Ning Shuier has already walked into the crowd of the third class. Everyone in the third class couldn't help but make way for Ning Shuier, who was exuding a noble and holy aura. Li Dali straightened his back. But Ning Shuier didn't look at him at all, but walked directly in front of Lin Yu. Let's go, she said to Lin Yu. The people around were also very surprised when they saw this scene. Especially Chen Rui, standing beside Lin Yu, looked at Ning Shuier, then at Lin Yu. I feel that my three views seem to have been greatly impacted. You really came to look for brother Lin. Even the teachers in class 3 were a little shocked. Ning Shuiye from the class next door, why did she come to find Lin Yu as soon as she woke up? Ning Shuier, what are you doing here? And Lin Yu was also a little confused by Ning Shuier. Although he knew that the other party must have come to him because of the summoned object and soul contract. But this thoughtless, let's go, still made Lin Yu sigh. This Miss Ning is really not good at communicating with people. Where to go? Lin Yu asked helplessly, and Ning Shuier immediately gave the answer. My home. When Ning Shuier said that, the students around her were also shocked. What's the situation? Why did Ning Shuier invite Lin Yu to her home? When did these two meet? Lin Yu naturally understood what Ning Shuier meant. The other party probably wanted to talk about this matter with her in a relatively safe and private place. Ning Shuier probably didn't want to expose that she became her summoned object. Of course, Lin Yu also thought so. He coughed lightly and said, okay, but we have to explain it to the teacher. Ning Shuier always does her own thing, but Lin Yu still has to respect her teacher. If I want to leave early, I still have to make up a reason. Just as Lin Yu was thinking about how to explain to the teacher, Ning Shuier hesitated for a moment, and spoke to the teacher of class 3. I'm here to take Lin Yu home. As soon as I said this, there is no doubt. Misunderstandings around have escalated again. Lao Lu, the head teacher of class 3, touched his bald head, and subconsciously said, ah, what's the relationship between you and Lin Yu? These words also confused Lin Yu and Ning Shuier. It can't be said to be a summoning object, can it? As for friends, they really don't socialize normally. Lin Yu's brain was running fast, but Ning Shuier spoke again. He's, well, my boyfriend. Boyfriend. Not to mention other teachers and classmates. Even Lin Yu himself was a little confused. However, Ning Shuier didn't give Lin Yu too much time to struggle. She just stepped forward, pulled Lin Yu up and left. For all the teachers and students present, only the backs of the two of them are left. After a long time, Chen Rui opened his mouth slowly. I'll go. Lin Jie Niu X. Who would have thought that Lin Yu and Ning Shuier were boyfriend and girlfriend? Afterwards, Chen Rui was also very happy. Unexpectedly, the school belle, Ning Shuier, who just awakened the Angel of Light, turned out to be brother Lin's friend. So rounding it up, I can be regarded as honored. And the rest of the students have also recovered. They were all shocked. Ning Shuier is actually Lin Yu's girlfriend. Usually, I never see the two of them walking together. You know AP, it must be an underground romance. Indeed, Lin Yu is also very handsome, and the two are a good match. But Lin Yu is a summoner. That's just right, there must be someone at home to take care of the children. That's right, I heard that many powerful job changers will be with people who have awakened their life professions instead. Yeah, Ning Shuier is strong enough by herself. She really doesn't need a partner to be strong. I still think it's more important to be well matched. And because Lin Yu awakened the summoner, everyone who was sneering and gloating felt that they had been hit hard. Damn it, why would Ning Shuier be with Lin Yu? He's just a good-for-nothing summoner. My horse is a professional berserker with unlimited potential. Ah, my high-level professional elemental mage didn't say anything. Brother, please wait a little longer. You are a 500-pound oily fly, and it's useless to awaken and hide your profession. Do you think Ning Shuier has no taste? For horse riding, Lin Yu can do whatever he wants because he is handsome. The girl is talented and beautiful, it's your turn to object. As for Li Dali, who is showing off his power just now, this will directly become a mournful concubine. Not only because he always looked at Lin Yu unhappy. And anyone who is familiar with Li Dali knows that this kid has been secretly in love with Ning Shuier for a long time. Although the toad has always wanted to eat swan meat. But other toads and frogs couldn't eat it either, which made Li Dali feel less uncomfortable. However, looking at the figure of Lin Yu who was being dragged away by Ning Shuier and listening to the lively discussions around him, Li Dali's iron tower-like body knelt down on the ground weakly. No, Li Dali screamed in pain. The joy brought by the awakening of the ranger profession has been washed away. Li Dali now only has endless pain in his heart. Ah, why is it Lin Yu? Isn't he a waste? At this time, Chen Rui also laughed, and opened his mouth to make up. Ning Shuier herself is one of the most versatile hidden professions, Holy Light Angel. Do you think she cares about other people's professions? Choose to announce to Lin Yuguan at this time, don't you know what it means? This is to support Lin Yu. Hearing Chen Rui's words, Li Dali also completely collapsed. Although Li Dali looks like a 30-year-old reformed through labor prisoner with a full face. But Li Dali, after all, is still a high school student who has just grown up. The goddess and the hated person are officially announced. It is simply the most extreme pain in the world. Ah, Mom. Li Dali broke down and burst into tears, then ran away from the crowd. And Lin Yu and Ning Shuier, who had already left. I just heard noisy discussions from the playground behind me, and I don't know what happened. Of course, even if they knew, the two of them wouldn't care too much. Ning Shuier has a cold personality, so she naturally doesn't care about these things. As for Lin Yu, now that he has no time to take care of these things. Although Ning Shuier said that she was her boyfriend, as an excuse, there was no doubt that it would bring her a lot of trouble. But Lin Yu thought about it carefully. This is indeed a more reasonable statement. You can't really spread the fact that you signed a soul contract with Ning Shuier and that Ning Shuier became your summoner, right? Judging from Ning Shuier's reaction, the other party is also very concerned about this matter. After the two left the campus, Ning Shuier led Lin Yu to a black luxury car. A driver in a suit and leather shoes nodded slightly in greeting. Miss. The other party didn't even ask why Ning Shuier brought an extra person. Ning Shuier nodded slightly, and opened the car door. Then, he spoke to Lin Yu. Get in the car, and then we'll have a good chat about this. Sitting in the back seat of Ning Shuier's black luxury car, the car started slowly. Ning Shuier looked at Lin Yu and spoke again. Can this soul contract be lifted? Ning Shuier started the topic directly. Her character is not someone who beats around the bush. Hearing this, Lin Yu shook his head helplessly. If you can cancel it at will, then summoner will not be the most bad profession. After all, if the soul contract can be lifted, then you can repeatedly cancel the contract and recontract again. Even if the probability is very low, sooner or later you will be able to randomly get a powerful summoner. But the fact is, once the soul contract is signed, it is impossible to cancel it. Ning Shuier was not surprised to hear this answer, and quickly accepted the fact. So that's it, then. I hope you can keep this matter a secret. Don't mention this matter to anyone, including your family and friends. At the same time, I will keep it absolutely confidential. Ning Shuier spoke calmly, and Lin Yu nodded. Of course, I will definitely not talk nonsense. Speaking of this, Lin Yu also showed a helpless expression. However, you just said that I am your boyfriend. Is there really no problem with the spread of such remarks? Ning Shuier shook her head. Although the time is short, I didn't talk nonsense, but after careful consideration. The existence of the soul contract, as long as you are injured or die, I will also be affected. So, I must guarantee your safety. But, if there is no reason for my protection of you, the truth may be discovered by those who want to target me. At that time, maybe someone will try to use you to hurt me. Hearing what Ning Shuier said, Lin Yu raised his eyebrows slightly. It sounds like you have a lot of enemies. Ning Shuier did not deny it, and said, my father is a strong man who can guard a secret realm, so there are naturally many things involved. Inside the Ning family, other families. Now that I have awakened a hidden profession, not everyone is happy to see it. So, although saying this may disregard your wishes, I must protect your safety. For this, you may have to sacrifice part of your freedom, but I will also compensate you. When Ning Shuier said so, Lin Yu also nodded. This aloof Ning Shuier is very smart. In such a short period of time, I wanted to understand the stakes. After confirming that the soul contract was inaccessible, he did not show any frustration or unhappiness. On the contrary, he accepted the premise that he, burden, would always follow her. He even took his own feelings into consideration. But, Lin Yu felt that Ning Shuier had miscalculated a bit. In fact, I am not her burden. That, Ning Shuier. Lin Yu said so, and looked at the girl beside him. The two sat side by side on the back seat of the car. Ning Shuier was very close to her. Observing Ning Shuier from this distance, her delicate snow-like skin still has no blemishes. The delicate and beautiful face is like an exquisite handicraft, and the beautiful pair of phoenix eyes and her calm eyes make people almost ignore that she is only 17 years old. Long pale golden hair like a waterfall exudes a subtle fragrance. Even Lin Yu's heart couldn't help but miss half a beat. Hearing Lin Yu's words, Ning Shuier also looked at Lin Yu. What's up? Well, you are planning to upgrade next, right? Hearing the other party's voice, Lin Yu quickly brought his thoughts back to reality, and spoke. Ning Shuier nodded slightly when she heard Lin Yu's words. After the awakening ceremony, students who have awakened to combat professions usually have two choices after graduation. One is to continue to study in higher institutions, that is, to study in universities in this world. One is to register with the Adventurers Union and join an adventurers organization to start exploring the secret realm. But either way, before graduation, it is best to level up as soon as possible. Colleges and organizations recruit talents, value the potential brought by a person's career. But it also values a person's desire to fight and become stronger. The level raised in a short period of time is the best standard to measure whether a person wants to become stronger. Ning Shuier is of course no exception. That's right, the family has already applied for me to enter the secret realm, Sand City Underground Palace. After Ning Shuier said that, Lin Yu immediately asked. Then can you bring someone in? Hearing Lin Yu's question, Ning Shuier frowned slightly. It's possible, but the Sand City Underground Palace is very dangerous. If I go into practice and level up, I definitely can't worry about you, so. As she said this, Lin Yu shook his head. Look at your property panel. When Lin Yu said this, Ning Shuier was a little strange, but she still called up her attribute panel. And Lin Yu also directly activated the skill Almighty Gain. Ning Shuier's face instantly showed a surprised expression. As a 17-year-old gifted girl, Ning Shuier has a calm personality beyond her age. On her face, expressions such as confusion and surprise rarely appeared. Even when it came to awakening the hidden profession of Holy Light Angel, she didn't act too excited. But today, it was the second time she showed a somewhat surprised expression. For the first time, on the awakening platform, I realized that I had formed a soul contract with Lin Yu. The second time is to look at your own property panel now. All of my attributes have been increased by 20%. She looked at Lin Yu and spoke in disbelief. This is your skill. Yes. Lin Yu nodded and replied calmly. Seeing Ning Shuier's hard-to-disguise surprise, Lin Yu was also a little secretly refreshed. This little girl will always have a calm poker face. And hearing Lin Yu's skills, Ning Shuier was even more shocked. Aren't you a summoner? Shouldn't your first skill be summoning? Although occupations such as fighters and mages have different initial skills. But the first skill of all summoners is summoning, without exception. What's more, being able to establish a soul contract with Lin Yu also means that he has used the summoning skill. Could it be that this kid has two skills? He turned out to be a rare double skill awakener. As soon as I awakened, I got two skills. This probability is almost as rare as hidden occupations. After all, if you have one more skill than others in the early stage, you will start much faster. Although in the later stage, when everyone has more skills, the gap will be smoothed out. But the lead in the early stage has already brought enough snowball advantages. One step at a time, one step at a time. If Lin Yu is not a summoner, but some other profession. With two initial skills, it was enough for him to be overwhelmed by the major academies. Now, even if he is a summoner, also because of the existence of this skill, it has become a powerful support. You know, among the non-hidden professions, the recognized strongest auxiliary combat priest. When just awakening at level 10, being able to increase a single attribute by 20% is already very powerful. But Lin Yu was able to increase his all attributes by 20%. This is really incredible. With the blessing of these 20% attributes, his upgrade efficiency will be greatly improved. Using this skill, what is your duration and cost? What about the cooldown? When Ning Shuier asked, Lin Yu thought for a moment, and then said, no consumption, no cooldown. Moreover, it is a halo-type skill that can be activated permanently. After saying this, Ning Shuier was completely dumbfounded. Doesn't that mean, as long as I bring Lin Yu with me, is it equivalent to permanently increasing my attributes by 20%? This is no longer a strong support job. Even if it is the secret treasure equipment found in the secret realm, which can increase all attributes by 20%. They are all at the level of holy artifacts. Before Ning Shuier could recover, Lin Yu spoke again. Actually, I still have a third skill. You still have skills. After hearing the words, Ning Shuier showed a shocked expression. A 3-skill awakener. If we talk about dual-skilled awakeners, Ning Shuier has heard of them because she comes from a big family and her father is also a top powerhouse. Then the 3-skilled awakener, even for Ning Shuier, is almost a legendary existence. How can anyone have 3 skills as soon as they wake up? Moreover, because the second skill Lin Yu displayed was too strong. So for this third skill, Ning Shuier also had some expectations. What's your third skill? Lin Yu didn't talk too much nonsense, and directly showed his experience multiplication skill. In this world, everyone can choose to actively display some of their attribute panels or skill panels. This is also a very handy ability. Experience multiplier LV1 passive skill. You and your summons get *5 experience points. And when your summoned objects gain experience points, you will get the same amount of experience points. Close black lens bracket. Ning Shuier was completely dumbfounded by this skill. 5 times experience. This high cold girl, the high cold image completely disappeared. She even stuttered a bit. The double experience potion produced in the secret realm can last for 1 day. The price on the black market is already sky high. Moreover, it is almost priceless. Triple experience card, and it is a controlled material that is only provided to the top powerhouses. And Lin Yu was able to directly allow him to gain 5 times the experience. Seeing Ning Shuier's performance, Lin Yu also smiled. Although Ning Shuier is a genius girl. But it seems that it is nothing more than that. I still have 2 skills, super double, and skill sharing, I haven't shown her yet. Lin Yu showed Ning Shuier 2 skills after thinking about them. These 2 skills are enough to show their abilities. Moreover, experience sharing is also a skill that cannot be concealed. Ning Shuier only needs to practice leveling, and she will find that her experience points are acquired very fast. In contrast, the 2 skills, super double, and skill sharing, all of them can instantly improve their combat effectiveness. For Lin Yu, he intends to use it as his trump card. After all, even if Ning Shuier is trustworthy, the awakener of the initial 6 skills, it's too shocking. Lin Yu still wanted to keep a low profile. And Ning Shuier over there has already made a decision. Although for her, wanting to bring people into the high-level secret realm of Sand City Labyrinth, it is necessary to negotiate with the family and transfer some benefits. But Lin Yu has such an ability, it is absolutely worth letting her fight for it with the family. 20% full attribute blessing and 5 times the speed of experience acquisition. Moreover, this is only the state of his skill LV1. If Lin Yu's skills are upgraded, the effects of these two skills will definitely increase as well. Therefore, it is necessary to take Lin Yu to practice leveling. Tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, I will pick you up at your door. As Ning Shuier spoke, the black limousine stopped slowly. Lin Yu looked out the window, only then realized that he had already arrived at the door of his house. 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. So early. Ning Shuier also nodded. Entering and exiting high-level secret realms, time is limited, especially since we are all just awakened professionals. Lin Yu expressed his understanding. Okay, see you tomorrow then. Naturally, he couldn't just give up such a rare opportunity. After all, Lin Yu had also heard about the secret realm of Sand City Underground Palace. It was a huge and complicated secret realm with abundant resources and countless monsters. This is also one of the few large-scale secret realms that humans have been exploring, but have not yet fully grasped. Because its main structure is a huge underground palace site, which is divided into inner and outer layers and many layers. On the outermost first floor, monsters are less than level 10. But when it comes to the core area, even hundreds of bosses have been seen. Therefore, the dungeon in Shacheng with clear levels of strength and weakness is very suitable for leveling. Because of the diversity and layered structure of monsters, as long as you have reached a certain level, you can go directly to the next level to continue leveling. It will not be less efficient because your own level is too much higher than that of monsters, which will result in lower experience gain. What's more, because it is a huge ruins, there are also many resources and treasure chests. When leveling, you may also get equipment that you can use. After bidding farewell to Ning Shuier, Lin Yu also returned to his home. Lin Yu's parents are ordinary people who have awakened to life professions, and have no experience of exploring secret lands. Today is the day of Lin Yu's awakening, and naturally it is also a very important day for the family. When Lin Yu opened the door, he saw his mother Li Hongmei cooking a table of delicious dishes. Ribs, steamed fish, all my favorites. And his father, Lin Zigang, was also busy packing up the tableware. Hearing her son's return, Li Hongmei showed a relieved smile. Son, you're back, how's your awakening? What's your job? Although Lin Zigang didn't ask any questions, the movements of his hands obviously slowed down, and he obviously cared about the answer to this question. Feeling the concern from his parents, Lin Yu smiled and said, Battle class, summoner. As he spoke, Li Hongmei was taken aback for a moment, and then quickly comforted Lin Yu. Oh, the summoner is also very good. We don't need to take risks in the secret realm, and it's good to live in peace and stability for the rest of our lives. Lin Zigang also nodded in agreement. That's right, your parents know that you are highly talented, but they don't require you to be outstanding, safety is the most important thing. Hearing what his parents said, Lin Yu felt warm in his heart. Others care about whether they fly high or not. However, only parents care about whether they are tired from flying. Only, my parents, no matter what, agreed that summoners must be trash. In addition to being moved, Lin Yu said helplessly. Dad, Mom, in fact, my summon is not trash, but a very powerful one. What is the specific summoning object? I have to keep it a secret for the time being. But, our school has awakened the genius of the hidden profession, Holy Light Angel, and has invited me to go to Shacheng Dungeon with her to level up at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Lin Yu also did not lie. It is true that I have awakened a very powerful summoner, and I was also invited by Ning Shuier who awakened the Angel of Holy Light, to practice leveling together. I just used a little art of language. And hearing Lin Yu's words, Lin Zigang and Li Hongmei were also dumbfounded. What? The chopsticks in Lin Zigang's hands scattered all over the table. Li Hongmei also opened her mouth wide. Originally, they thought that their son would be very disappointed when he awakened the summoner profession, which is 9,999 trash out of 10,000 people. Who would have thought that my son's summoner profession would be the one in a million and not a waste? Moreover, he was invited by a genius classmate who had awakened a hidden profession at school to practice leveling together. This already says a lot. Lin Zigang was silent for a moment, and after he realized it, he hurriedly said excitedly. Hongmei, you add 2 more dishes for our son. I'll go get out that bottle of good wine that I've kept for so many years. No. It's better not to cook. You clean up. Let's go to the restaurant today. Son, I must take you to the best restaurant in Zhongcheng today. At 8 o'clock the next morning, Lin Yu was already waiting at the door of his house on time. Although my parents were too happy yesterday, I ate very late for the celebration dinner, and had 2 drinks with my father Lin Zigang. But with Lin Yu's current physical attributes, this will not affect him from doing anything the next day. Ning Shui'er didn't make Lin Yu wait too long. Not long after leaving the house, Ning Shui'er's black limousine drove up from the end of the street. Getting into the back seat of the car, Ning Shui'er was sitting in it, closing her eyes and resting her mind. Because after the awakening ceremony, you can choose not to go to school and upgrade yourself. So Ning Shui'er didn't wear a school uniform today. What she was wearing was a somewhat plain gray coat. Under the coat was a close-fitting, expensive light black adventure suit, which outlined the girl's well-developed curves. Awakened people from such big families usually change into the best equipment they can use at their current level when they go out to practice. Ning Shui'er heard the sound of the car door opening and opened her eyes. Under your seat, a set of equipment is also prepared for you. When Ning Shui'er said that, Lin Yu was also very moved. I still have my share. He reached out and touched under the seat, where there was actually a storage drawer. After opening the drawer, there lay a set of men's adventure suits of the same style as Ning Shui'er's. Equipment name: Men's Adventure Suit. Level limit: 10. Attribute bonus: Defense +2, Constitution +2, Speed +1. Although this bonus is small, it is already the best novice equipment that the Ning family, the top family of Zhongcheng who can control the secret realm, can find for Ning Shui'er. Moreover, a little attribute improvement is critical enough in the early stage. This is also a side reaction. How outrageous is Lin Yu's full attribute bonus? Especially his bonus is not even a fixed value bonus, but a percentage bonus based on the panel's basic attributes. This also shows Lin Yu's strength even more. The car starts slowly. Lin Yu slowly put away his combat uniform. Afterwards, he looked at Ning Shui'er, and spoke very gratefully. Thank you. Without Ning Shui'er, it would be absolutely impossible for me to obtain such equipment. It is also impossible to go to a secret place like Sand City Underground Palace to level up. You know, the rating of Sand City Underground Palace is an A-level secret realm. At present, there are not many A-level secret realms discovered by humans. There are even fewer A-level secret realms like Shacheng Dungeon, which are more than half explored and suitable for beginners. If you think about it, you will know that Ning Shui'er wants to bring such a trash like herself into the underground palace. It must have paid a lot. After all, his awakened profession is summoner, which must not be hidden from the Ning family. As Ning Shui'er mentioned before, in the Ning family, factional infighting is also fierce. It is impossible for her to confess to the family what is the real relationship between her and Lin Yu. Naturally, it is impossible to say that Lin Yu can provide her with experience and attribute bonuses. Therefore, the reason used is probably purely because Lin Yu is her boyfriend. Ning Shui'er didn't deny it either, she spoke bluntly. It is true that some benefits have been transferred out, but it is not important. You will bring me enough income too, won't you? We are a mutually beneficial cooperative relationship. When Ning Shui'er said so, Lin Yu also nodded. So, happy cooperation. Lin Yu smiled and stretched out his hand. Ning Shui'er hesitated for a moment, then shook hands with Lin Yu. Lin Yu felt warm and soft where he touched it, like a piece of warm jade. It is also quite surprising. The hands of this Ning University flower. It's not like she looks the same, so cold. Of course, Lin Yu also saw it through Ning Shui'er's rare surprised expression yesterday. Ning Shui'er also has an emotional side. Soon, the car also left the city and arrived at the secret teleportation node on the outskirts of Zhongcheng. Human beings have explored the secret realm for many years, and have harvested many technologies and treasures from the secret realm. Around the major cities, there are basically teleportation nodes built on the basis of space treasures. It is convenient for adventurers to quickly reach the secret realm they want. Of course, the secret realm is full of dangers and dangers after all. Many monsters have been attacking the entrance of the secret realm. Therefore, it is naturally impossible to build a secret node in the center of the city, but only in the suburbs. The car stopped at the entrance of the secret node. Because of Ning Shui's father, Lin Yu and Ning Shui went straight to the VIP channel. And when passing through public passages, Lin Yu heard some familiar, noisy voices. I copied, Big Brother Niu X, you can even get a license for AD level secret realm. Haha, now you don't need to waste time in F and E level garbage secret realms. You poor dogs and pariahs, have you ever seen a license for AD level secret realm? This is the most suitable secret realm for beginners to level up, Wild Boar Mountain, haha. Yeah, the one awakened by the eldest brother is still a ranger. Rookies, do you know what a ranger is? Since the awakening ceremony was just held yesterday, most of the people queuing at the entrance of the secret node today are students who have just awakened. Most of the young people who choose to level up immediately are people who are very confident in their careers. And among this group of people, the one who can so arrogantly make fun of the group. Lin Yu followed the prestige curiously, and saw 3 familiar figures. Li Dali and his 2 followers. Apparently, Li Dali also obtained the D-level secret realm license by virtue of his family relationship. So I couldn't help showing off. Seeing this scene, Lin Yu didn't have any intention of going over to say hello to Li Dali and showing off that he went to the A-level secret realm. He just shook his head helplessly and smiled, and continued to follow Ning Shui's footsteps, who didn't even stop. In the future, I am afraid that Li Dali and I will not be in the same world at all. And over there, when Li Dali was arrogantly ridiculing, someone finally couldn't help but speak. What's so arrogant about AD level secret realm? It's not even C level. You see, there are people passing through the VIP channel over there. It is estimated that the people who are going to go are all B level or A level secret realms. Hearing this person's rebuttal, Li Dali smiled disdainfully, and also looked up at the VIP channel. I don't need to compare with those big families, I just need to be better than you guys. Haha. Li Dali said so. Just as he was about to continue mocking those who refuted him, he caught sight of. But it was 2 familiar figures. Li Dali felt a burst of pain for a moment, and couldn't help crying. Ah, why is it Lin Yu? Why can he walk with Ning Shui? He also walked through the VIP channel. Impossible, he is obviously a poor dog. Li Dali tightly grasped the D-level secret realm entry permit in his hand. The little brother next to him also hurriedly opened his mouth. Boss, this Lin Yu eats soft food. He must have followed Ning Shui to enter the high-level secret realm. That's right, boss, even if he goes to a high-level secret realm, it's useless. Even a level 100 summoner, isn't he still a pure waste? But this consolation, on the contrary, backfired. Hearing what his little brother said, Li Dali couldn't stand it anymore. My own goddess would rather bring a piece of trash into an A-level secret realm. Thinking of this, Li Dali instantly felt his heart being engulfed by jealousy. Seeing his father begging Zhang Cheng for the D-level certificate that took half an hour to get, the more he looked at it, the more unhappy he became. In the end, Li Dali also roared, threw the certificate directly to the ground, and stomped hard on it twice. After stepping on it, he picked it up in the eyes of everyone looking at the precious thing, forced a smile again, and then said as if chanting. Whatever you look at, then I am better than you trash who go to F level to pick up trash and level up. D level is better than F level, you must be jealous of me. I am not jealous of Lin Yu, he is a waste anyway. With that said, he handed the voucher to the staff. But what was waiting for Li Dali was the slightly embarrassing voice of the staff. That, your voucher was broken and the machine can't recognize it. Please apply again. Li Dali's forced smile completely disappeared. What? He let out a scream of unknown meaning, and was so angry that he passed out on the spot. Lin Yu also didn't know that just the back view of him walking with Ning Shui. It caused huge damage to Li Dali. Of course, even if Lin Yu knew, I'm afraid he wouldn't particularly care about it, and would just laugh it off. After walking through the VIP channel to the end, Lin Yu saw the teleportation node of the secret realm again after a long absence. The last time I saw a teleportation node in a secret realm was when the elementary school organized a visit to a secret realm that had been completely controlled by humans. The huge teleportation node instrument is made of metal. The arched metal frame engraved with runes is as high as 7 or 8 floors. In the middle, there is a space channel with changing colors like a semi-permeable membrane, which is steadily expanding. Open. Lin Yu raised his head and said with emotion. This thing really looks like bubbles blown out of soapy water. Hearing Lin Yu's metaphor, Ning Shuier raised her head, and then said. Really, I didn't notice it before. This is also the first time the two of them chat. Although I haven't talked too much before. But Ning Shuier and Lin Yu have gradually become acquainted with each other. Afterwards, Ning Shuier handed over the license to the staff at the Secret Realm node of the VIP channel. After a simple adjustment on a small magic circle, the other party nodded to the two of them. Ning Shuier and Lin Yu walked into the teleportation node, feeling slightly dizzy. In the next second, the two of them had arrived in another space. Stepping out of the new teleporter device. What caught my eye was the sky full of yellow sand and the scorching red sun. Around the transmission device, there are also simple adventurer camps, and other adventurers who come here to prepare for adventure. Each secret realm is like an independent, broken little plane. The higher the level of the secret realm, the more complete and huge it is. Like the Sand City Underground Palace, it is almost like another world. Looking into the distance, there are many monsters wandering in this endless desert. However, Ning Shuier and Lin Yu, who had done their homework, were not interested in them. These monsters have high defense, fast speed, and low attack, and are basically harmless. It's very troublesome to kill, and it doesn't provide much experience and any particularly useful resources. Their goal is to enter the core of this plane. That is, in the underground palace. And the entrance to the underground palace is not far away. Just a few hundred meters ahead of the teleportation node. Let's go. As Ning Shuier said, she put on the mask on the adventure suit for wind and sand protection. Lin Yu, who had already put on his adventure suit, followed suit and put on his own mask. And just as the two were about to leave the camp, but suddenly came a somewhat crisp and mild voice. Hey, isn't this Miss Ning's family? Although the voice is very sweet, like a lark. But the tone is very savage. Ning Shuier and Lin Yushun looked around, and saw a very cute girl in a black dress, wearing a parasol, and long hair. Behind her stood a few men and women who were also dressed as if they were on an outing. Who is this? Lin Yu asked. Bai Yuqing, Miss Bai family. Ning Shuier replied concisely. Oh, the Bai family in Los Angeles. Lin Yu revealed a dazed look. Los Angeles is right next door to Zhongcheng, and the Bai family is also a big family in Los Angeles. Behind this Bai Yuqing, I am afraid that they are also the second-generation ancestors of Luokong. Then he opened his mouth and asked again, do you have any hatred? He didn't ask if the two knew each other. Because obviously, Ning Shuier knew her. Ning Shuier shook her head, but hesitated for a moment before speaking. She really doesn't deal with me. I can tell. Lin Yu and Ning Shuier were talking, but neither of them had any intention of talking to Bai Yuqing. And Bai Yuqing was also a little impatient when she saw the two ignoring her. She pretended to laugh with disdain again, and then said, HMPH, I heard yesterday that Miss Ning's family has found a wild man, and she has to bring him into the dungeon. Even if you awaken the Holy Light Angel, so what, your brain is just like this. I also have bad taste in finding men. I heard that he is still a summoner. That's not pure garbage. Bai Yuqing sneered, but Ning Shuier didn't respond. Obviously, she didn't really care what Bai Yuqing said. Lin Yu felt a little helpless when he was affected for no reason. Looking at Bai Yuqing, he said, if you care so much about your career, you're not jealous of Ning Shui's Angel of Light, are you? When Lin Yu asked such a rhetorical question, Bai Yuqing, the eldest lady of the Bai family, was obviously hit by a pain point. Of course she was very upset about Ning Shui's awakened profession. It's not for you to speak here, you low-level job. No matter what I say, I have awakened the high-level profession, arcane mage. You are a garbage summoner with nothing but good looks, what right do you have to say about me? Bai Yuqing spoke in such an exasperated manner. Lin Yu was stunned for a moment, and touched his handsome face with sharp edges and corners. Although the other party scolded him for his professional trash, he praised his appearance. This made Lin Yu feel too embarrassed to talk back. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.